What's going on, y'all? So listen.
What's going on, y'all? So we back again for another episode review of Power Book 2 Go Season 3 Episode 6 Land of Lies. Truth be told, I am so glad that they did not skip a week, okay? I don't know when they gonna skip a week. Somebody said probably around episode 8, girl. I hate when they do that. Like, ain't no holiday, okay? There's no holiday. So why won't we just keep going? Keep going, keep going. Let's get this through. Cause we anxious, we ready. So we get up into the episode because we saw the big revelation. Of course, all of y'all is up in my comments. Oh my God, Ashley, she didn't have a gun. She didn't have a gun. She have a box cutter. Y'all know how I am, okay? A weapon is a weapon is a weapon. And sometimes I see it, sometimes I don't. And then I remember it right afterwards, okay? Baby, I said, damn, that's all y'all get. Put y'all little box cutters away. Okay, y'all was slicing the dice of me. I said, damn, all right. But listen, Lorna and that little box cutter, girl, she made me so mad. She made me so mad when she came up there to Stansfield with that little box cutter. And I said, girl, what are you going to do with that? Well, what are you going to do with that? Okay, like, stop it. Stop it. I said, girl, go back to the house. Okay, go back to the house and go lay down, But, and that's exactly what she did. So anyway, the episode starts off. This is what I said, episode 6, The Land of Lies, okay? The episode starts off and we got Monet over there at the coroner's office, morgue, whatever, and they just like, Lorenzo just ice cold. Lorenzo ice cold. He blue. He got a little bit more color up in him. I said, damn, this what happened. He almost into rigor mortis and everything. And I said, damn, Ricky Morty just coming through his body. He just laying there like this. And so Monet was just as cold and just as unfeeling, ain't no tears. Now, I know you are a stone cold bitch. I really do understand that, Monet. But if you want to sell it, Monet said, girl, I ain't got to sell nothing, okay? You just putting it out there because I would be, if I was a detective and you are already under the radar, given that you in the streets and the people know that you in the streets and you be doing stuff, whatever, baby, I'll be looking at your every move and you should be selling that shit. Monet said, girl, I ain't got time for that. Yeah, that's him. She said it so dry and casual. Yeah, that's him. I said, damn, bitch, you ain't even gonna fake a tear. That's my husband right there. She said, girl, I ain't got time for all of that, okay? Because we already know what it is. I said, you know what? Stay true to you. Meanwhile, everybody else, we see what Drew doing. Girl, Drew gotta go. At this point, they need to make Drew just like an asexual person or somebody that's just not finna have any feelings for nobody right about now, because every time he gets into a relationship with somebody, baby, or not even a relationship, every time he catches a little hint of a feeling for somebody, he just gets so involved in them and then try to put that street game at the same time. And his judgments be so cloudy. Baby, Gordo must have some bomb booty hole because that vagina must really, really, really be tight and gushy for him, because niggas sitting there just, he drawing him from memory. I said, it's good that you got your arm strength back in your hand, that you can do the drawing, because, he got shot in the shoulder, and it was a little tacky for a minute. He was glitchy, you know what I'm saying? And I was just sitting here like, wow, we that deep in? I mean, I know y'all known each other from childhood, but you ain't know that y'all was gay, you know what I'm saying? But, all right, that's what we doing. How long y'all been taking? I said, y'all moving like lesbians. Drew moves like a lesbian, okay? Lesbians, we the one that fall for each other real quick and be moved in the next day. I sent you outside. How you doing? How you doing, Miss Lady? You looking good? You looking good too? Can I get that? Da-da-da. Next day, we living with each other. We living with each other. That's just how it is, Drew moving like that. Meanwhile, you got Kane over there having a little poker game at the crib. Kane, y'all all up in this drug game shit, and you just be letting everybody up in that penthouse. I don't care who it is, but you just be letting everybody up in there, and I would be a little bit more cautious than that, but that's just me, okay? To this day, I don't let people up in my place like that I really don't know, and even some people that I fuck with, you ain't coming to my place, you know what I'm saying? Because I really don't trust you. But, Kane got all of them up in there. Diana getting her back blown out by that little string ding of a lazy-eyed dude. And the only reason why I'm saying it like that, because I really don't like him. Salim, you know, he gotta go. He gotta go. That's all I'm gonna say. I said, really, Diana, you really gonna give it up to him? I don't see the appeal, but all right, all right. And that's all of a sudden everybody's getting a phone call. And you just see how they phones were. They had Monet listed in the phone. Either son, I think one probably had mom, and then I know Diana had her name is Monet. Girl, they found out that daddy got dead, okay? And I was just like, wow, that's so sad. Meanwhile, you got Tariq over there in the bed. And, whew, I got to sneeze. Let me take it back. Tariq over there in the bed just sitting up there. I said, just tell that girl that you know, okay? Because he calculating. I feel like he was calculating whether to kill a bitch or not, okay? Should I just go ahead and strangle her, or should I just drag this out a little bit to make her suffer? That's what he was giving me. He was giving me pretty much ghost a little bit. Meanwhile, she come about the bedroom, looked like she come about the bathroom in her lingerie and everything. And she was like, everything okay? Why'd you leave and all that stuff? Woo, woo. And I was like, yeah, I'm good and all that stuff. You know, she could tell something is off. You know, she could tell something is going on, you know, because he's being a little short with her. And then, you know, she look on her phone and finds out that Lorenzo, he dead. And he was like, oh my God, for real? And then he was like, listen, I got to go. I got some shit to take care of. Girl, he get up. And he leave, and Effie just looking like, what? And I'm like, yeah, look confused. Meanwhile, Davis is over there talking to Sax. Sax wind up telling him about the whole Tejada killing and all that stuff. And, you know, saying he'll have to talk to him about it. And, you know, making sure was people looking into the Lauren Baldwin killing, right? Because he want to know, did Tariq name get poured up into it? So of course Sax already know this situation, but he's not letting on to everything that he knows, so he's gonna look into it for him. Also, he got the whole thing with his brother. His brother is not doing too well, and he's not going to be able to, if he stays up in prison, the length of time that they need to get the proper, go through the proper channels in a proper legal way to get him out, he 9 out of 10 is going to die up in jail because he's sick. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, David's like, I need you to find somebody or some way in the government, some of your contacts to go ahead and try to, you know, get him out, push that and hurry up and get him out like ASAP. And he was like, okay, I'll work on it. You want to know what he wound up working on? Girl, he talking to freaking who? Girl, what's his name? Tate. Okay, Rashad was like, listen, I get him out, but you know, you want a favor and all that stuff or whatever, but you got to do something for me. I give to you, you got to give to me, so what you gonna give? Sax said, what, you want my watch? He said, first of all, that's a cheap-ass watch, and it's an ugly-ass watch, so step your watch game up. But what I need you to do is to get Davis to pull up an opposition campaign against my opponent. You know, media, news, print, all of that stuff, okay? Do what you got to do to get him to make my opponent look bad, and then we all to the good. So he was like, cool. Next thing you know, Jenny pops up and was like, I thought I saw somebody that looked like Tate walk away. He said it was Tate. Mind you, Jenny had texted him while he was over there talking to Davis, okay? Talking about, so we need to meet up. Jenny, let me tell you something, girl. I feel like you're going to die. And at this point, I really need you to, and I hate that it has really become a running theme with the Power Universe where we be like, you gotta die, you gotta die, you gotta die. We so quick to say, you gotta die. Because at this point, she's just doing too much, and I feel like she's gonna get in way deeper than she needs to, and she's gonna get into a deeper hole that she can't get herself out of. Because, you know, when she had the little conversation with Sax and everything, trying to apologize, and all of this is just so Sax can stay on board. Sax is not really falling for her, and so therefore, her whole thing is, if you don't come on board and stay with me and see this whole investigation out, I'm going to put it out there and use your testimony and your little confession about you bringing that gun into Truth nightclub against your ass. And I said, see, girl, I said, Sax, the pussy wasn't worth it. You should have announced what was going on, because she was giving that to you a little bit too easy, because it's you, bitch. Okay, she saw a sucker and she ran with it, all right? Because he was like, how did anybody else in the AG know that you got this case on and you had this case going or whatever? He was like, how did that case get, how was you able to get as far? Because of me. Because she used him. She used him. He was looking into the whole situation with Tariq, so therefore she used what he was doing in order to open up this case or whatever, to get all of this situation going with the Lauren and trying to connect Tariq to Lauren and all this stuff. And I was just like, that's messed up. Power to pussy, because Saxe couldn't see through none of that. All right, that bitch was lying to him the whole time and tried to make him feel bad, and then gonna flip it on her, on him, talking about something. Listen, I'm gonna use your testimony against you, or I'm gonna use what you said about the gun against you. I said, bitch. And she did the same thing to Lauren, because Lauren woke up at her own house, okay? She thinking that her mommy and her daddy is going to be there, and mommy and daddy is not there. It's Jenny coming in. Mind you, I'm just sitting here like, how the hell Jenny got a key to the house, and what is going on? Jenny basically said that the parents were temporarily moved because they know that Lauren is dead, and they moved in for her safety, for their safety, until they finish this case out, right? And basically, you know, Lauren putting up there saying that, you know, Saxe said, I ain't got to be here if I don't want to. You can't hold me. And she was like, basically, if you don't continue with this case, you're not going to see your family again, okay? You're not going to be able to see them. And I'm sitting here like, what? Now, see, Jenny, this is where you messed up with me. You could have told her parents that she was still alive. You could have told her parents that she was still alive, and you could have had them all moved, okay, for the case. You ain't had to go this far, all right? So now you messing up homes. And then for her to have been gone for months, why would you put her through that? You really think that she ain't gonna, the parents gonna talk and all this stuff or whatever? Baby, they got a reputation to hold up to. They got a whole bunch of stuff, you know what I'm saying? You, just like you moved and you got them putting on this farce or whatever, you could have just said that Lauren's still alive and put them in witness protection or something like that. Baby, it's just so twisted. I don't like the way she playing this game with them and with Miss Lauren, and it's just really bothering my spirit, okay? Meanwhile, we get over there to the classroom, right? And they having a little discussion about the land of lies and all this stuff, and talking about truth. And, you know, of course, you got your conservatives, you got your liberals, or you got your right and your wrong, whichever one you want to look at it. Because, of course, Trump comes in there. You got one dude that's all for Trump and everything, and, you know, talking about what lies give you and what really is truth and what the media puts out. And then, you know, at one point, you could tell light-skinned Keisha, I called her light-skinned Keisha for the first time because she really not, she's brown-skinned, I don't give a fuck what nobody say. Caramel's Keisha called Celine, told him to shut the hell up, okay? Like, you could really tell that they don't really fuck with him either, okay? Because he said something, she was like, you know, they use this because, you know, African Americans, we were slaves and all this stuff. And he was like, Africans was brought over as slaves. I said, excuse me, you do exactly what she was trying to say. You ain't have to come through and correct in the middle of this classroom what we talking about. And she said, shut up, okay? Because I just want him to do that. Just shut the hell up. This whole episode, every time he popped up, he pissed me off. And throughout, oh my God, when he, we'll get there. We'll get there. So you got that going on, right? And one of the students brought up Diana's case, like, look at what happened to Diana's father or whatever, you know, and they was like, what the hell? Why are you talking about her? It was like, why not talk about her? I mean, she's not here. It took for Tariq to open up his mouth and say, because they were talking about the correlation with media and all this stuff or whatever. He was like, so you believe everything that the media put out? So that means that if you're going to believe what they said about Lorenzo, Diana's father, who was your classmate, that means that you believe the things that they said about my family. See, the media put out any and everything that they want to try to sway people to do this and do that. And have some fucking respect because she just lost her daddy. Baby, I said, ooh. Oh, now, Effie, if I was sitting there, I would have felt some type of way. I would have felt some type of way. Like, damn, why you going so hard for Miss Diana? Okay, what's going on right there now? Meanwhile, they over there at the house, and they talking about the obligations of what they going to be doing, right? You know, and Monet talking to them, and they was like, yeah, mommy, we'll do whatever we got to do to help you. So they trying to figure out, Drew so bent on trying to figure out who did this. And Drew talking about something. I bet you, you know, the streets saying that, you know, this was retaliation for the hit that we did on the Russians. From the Russians, this is the hit that we did on the Russians to take they connect from the Castillos. You know what I'm saying? The Castillos connect and all that stuff. And so they was like, you can't go off of, and I think the Kane said this, you can't go off of what somebody said in the street. And even Monet was like, yeah, don't go out there doing nothing stupid because I don't want to go to war with the Russians because that's something that I can't, we ain't trying to do that, especially when we don't know the truth, you know. And of course, Drew got real pissed and walked away. You know, he stormed away. I said, oh, we in our fields. Girl, they was a little bit too kind for me, like especially Diane. You want to be Poppy, you know, Poppy's little girl and everything. Baby, I'll be all up in my business. Oh, we're talking about this right now. Like, Daddy just died. We gotta talk about this. I don't really care. I said, where is the emotion? Y'all are really stone cold up in this family. And Monet, you ain't have to read Kane like that. Okay? You did not have to read Kane like that. You know, because Kane did kind of question, you know, if she had something to do with Lorenzo's death or whatever. And she said because she found out that, you know, he had something to do with Zeke. You really think that I was going to kill my husband like that? The father of my kids on purpose? You know, because if that's the case, I would have took your ass out too because you kept your father's secrets as well, right? You know what? Can't get the hell up out my face. And let me tell you something. I need you to stop trying to put 2 and 2 together because in your head, you so goddamn dumb it always come up to goddamn 5. I said, excuse me. Now, see, Monet, this is the issue. You can see the difference between Cain, I was about to say Cain and Abel, Cain and Drew. Monet uses Drew. Monet wants, you know, she looks to Drew or whatever because she can control that boy. She can control that boy. Cain is uncontrollable, and that's the issues in the way they be butting heads and everything. And, you know, I was just like, child, you ain't have to talk to him. You want him to look into the life insurance policy and all this stuff, but you talking to him like he ain't worth shit. Girl, I wouldn't be surprised if he turned on your ass, okay? Like, you know, you got to give respect to give respect. I don't give a damn if you're your mama or whoever, you know? Meanwhile, you got Tariq going down there to Weston's Holdings or whatever. He gets off the elevator and Brayden just so happened to be there trying to get on the elevator and nobody is around. Nobody else is around. It looks like it's a deserted floor, okay? I said, what is this, a Sunday? Ain't nobody there? Is this a holiday? Y'all just up there, just the only 2 up in the building? Because how come ain't nobody walking past? Girl, Tariq saw him and he saw red. He charged. Boom! Beat that boy ass. Why the fuck you do that to Lauren? Why the fuck you do that to Lauren? He was like, what you talking about? I ain't killed Lauren. I ain't do this. I did what you told me to. It was like, and how the fuck Kane know about this? It was like, it probably was Kane because Kane knew about him being on the tape and all this stuff. Well, how he know about this? And I was like, I mean, what, is it Effie? Is it Effie? He was like, yeah, it could be Effie. I said, Brayden. Brayden said, now what you not gonna do is put this on me because I tried to do what you told me to do. Effie came through and she wreck shopped. The bitch that you sleeping with is the one that you need to be mad at. I said, oh my goodness. And he said, okay, don't tell nobody that we had this conversation. Bitch, after you just beat my ass, you want me to be quiet? Okay, you know, and so after that, we get this scene with Tariq. Tariq go pick up Effie and he got a Lambo truck, right? It looked like a little Lambo truck. Was it a Lambo truck? It was cute. Now see, I would have liked that too. I like it better than the little blue Porsche. Mind you, Porsche, the blue, it was my color, right? It was my color, and you know, that's my favorite color, whatever. And I was just like, okay, cool, that was cute, but it was too flashy. It was way too flashy. And I'm like, damn, can we in a drug game and you coming to school all of a sudden without having a car and all of a sudden you got this car? It was just a little bit too much for me. So now he got this little Lambo truck, right? Semi-truck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you call it, but it ain't a car, but it's a midsize, I guess. I don't know. Baby, you can tell I don't drive like that. But it was cute. Now I would have got a black so it could be inconspicuous. You know what I'm saying? It was still a little too flashy, but it's still cute though. And I was just like, oh, this is nice. Even if it was like, oh, so you got a new car, whatever, woo, woo, woo. And so at this point, they up in the car and they driving right. And, you know, they talking. Effie like, what's good, what's good, what's good? You know, and they having a little conversation. talking about, you know, stuff that's going on with him, stuff that's going on with the with her daddy, you know, stuff that was happening, you know, how he was brought up, how he was, you know, in a situation with his mama, with his daddy, how he like just didn't, you know, their situation, okay? And he's trying to relate it to the whole thing that's going on, right? With Lauren and all of that. And he trying to get her defenses down to the point where, you know, he's telling her all these things about how it was growing up with Ghost and how Ghost treated Tasha and how Tasha had to do this and how he didn't want this for her and, you know, how he didn't want Tasha to take him out, so he had to do it or whatever because he didn't want that to be on his mama. And, you know, Effie like, well, listen, since you want to put that out there like that, let me just tell you this. I haven't told you stuff about me, so let me tell you, my mama, she always used to bring home different guys every time, you know, I was growing up with her, whatever. And then this one time, she brought this dude home and he was touching on me and you know, basically molested her. And so, you know, I told her, when I finally told her what happened, you want to know what happened, what she did? She married him. And that ain't funny. That ain't funny. What was funny was Tariq's response. Tariq was like, damn, that's crazy. I said, wait a minute. I said, oh my goodness. This girl just revealed to you that she had severe childhood trauma of being molested by her mother's boyfriend, and her mother didn't even listen to her. Her mother didn't even listen to her. He said, damn, that's fucked up. I'm sorry this happened to you, but is there anything else that you want to tell me that you ain't telling me? I said, oh, listen, that little childhood trauma shit ain't finna come through for me, okay? You need to tell me the truth, bitch. What is it? Why the hell you bring her out here this way? Does this way look familiar? Girl, Effie was looking around like, hold up. Hold up. He said, yeah, it's looking a little bit familiar, huh? He drive out there. I said, you drive that nice car out there to the goddamn, to the river? Down by the riverside. Yeah, she was looking like, what's going on? Tariq, what are we doing? I said, girl, put two and two together, baby. He knows. He knows. He's trying to give you the opportunity at the last minute. Now, at this moment, bitch, I really thought that he was about to knock her ass out and drive the truck into the river himself, and you know, recreate what happened with Lauren Wright. But, you know, that's just not what happened. He got out the car, she got out the car, and was like, you know, tell me what happened, because Braden already told me what happened. And basically she said, you know what, I had to do what it is that you needed me to do, okay? What you couldn't do. She was a fucking snitch, all right? She had you on the wire. She had us all on the wire. And he was like, that's why I had her getting out. That's why I had Braden taking her out of town. And it was like, but you know, this is what you would have had to do anyway. And he was like, she was a civilian. She wasn't in no game. I said, Effie, no matter which way that you try to slice this. And he was like, what you gonna take your little gun for? Because all of a sudden, you know, she started reaching. I said, girl, just put it down. Put it down. Because at this point, you should have been pulled that gun out as soon as you saw that water coming up and you saw the little lake and everything. You should have been pulled that out and at least shot him in his kneecap. Because you don't know what was fit to happen. But at this point, you know, Tariq is mad because now her stupid mistake of thinking that she killed her for real, but she's still alive, they're making a case for Tariq. And this is a bigger case. And he didn't even have nothing to do with her disappearance, okay? And so at this point, Tariq was like, you fucked this shit up. Okay, and she was talking about something, you forced me to. I was like, what am I supposed to do? I said you were supposed to just mind your business. That's just what it was, okay? I don't give a damn. And at this point, he was like, I don't give a fuck. He was like, fuck you. Fuck you. I said, damn, Tariq is done with Effie. I said, all right. You know, he was like, he did all this shit because he loved her and everything. And then said, you know what? Find some way else to get your ass home, because I'm leaving your ass. Do you know, Effie, you were better than me. Cause I would have said, what love gotta do with it, bitch? And I would have shot his ass, okay? You got your little pistol shooter on your waist, okay, on your hip and everything, and you just gonna leave me out here? You just gonna leave me out here in the middle of nowhere land, and I don't know how to get home? Ain't nobody out. Like, I gotta hitchhike all the way back to Stansfield, bitch. What? I said, did she still have her phone on her? Because she probably got to find a road so that she can call an Uber so that she can get somebody to get her out. You know, I said, Tariq, you ain't shit, but I understand. Effie, what the hell you thought? You better be glad he still got you breathing. Because he could have took your ass out, for real, for real. Let's be quite honest. He spared you because, you know, Ghost probably would have killed her. Ghost would have killed her ass. I'm just saying. I said, oh, y'all got too many feelings involved. Effie, you should have shot him in his back. I'm just saying. So, all of a sudden, we get to the next day or whatever, and Effie and Brayden try to come to the warehouse spot where they be, you know, doing a little drug operation, and they can't get in. Girl, Tariq said, nada. Both y'all bitches is gone, okay? F y'all hoes, you know? And so at this point, Brayden go down there. No, Tariq let him know what's up, cause Kane was in there and Tariq was the only one that showed up, and he was like, what's good, why they not here? And he told him about the whole fact that, you know, Brayden had something to do with the whole situation with Lauren and all that stuff. And Kane's like, so what, you gonna come at me next because I knew about it and I'm the one that did all this stuff? And he said, no, because I knew that's exactly what you was gonna do. So, you know, it is what it is with you. And I was just like, you know what, on the one hand, I was like, damn, Tariq, you back down the Kane like that. But I feel like Tariq, like Kane said to Brayden later on, I mean, he knows exactly who to talk to and who to get at, because the weaker of the people are Effie and Brayden really is the weakest, to be quite honest, and he can get away with talking to him and manipulating him and whatever how he wants to. But Kane, he knows that Kane will try to kill his ass. That's just what it is, you know. And so Kane is more so concerned about the fact that, I understand you pissed off about your bitch potentially being dead or whatever and doing what was needed to be done. But at the end of the day, we still need the bodies to get this product out into the street. So what we gonna do? Brayden had to come over there to the bar to meet up with Kane. And he wanted him to look at Lorenzo life insurance policy or whatever. Brayden and Intel trying to, you know, convince him to put the money up into Weston's holdings, and then we'll make that money make money for you or whatever. Y'all gonna become like the Westons of the Queens of Queensboro of the streets. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, that's cute or whatever, but I still wouldn't trust y'all. I just wouldn't trust y'all because I see how y'all work. But at the end of the day, you know, Kane said, I don't understand how come you let that man let Tariq go ahead and lock y'all out of the business like that. You need to come to a senses of whatever it is that you need to do to get him to let you back in. Basically told that nigga, you gotta man up. He literally said, nut up, nigga, okay? Because Brayden, I get it, you know, that's your cool, that's your people, you feel bad or whatever, but this is the street game, okay? This is the drug game. You gotta do stuff that you don't want to do or whatever. And sometimes you realize the differences between them. All the times you realize the differences between them. Like, Brayden is really like this spoiled kid that was sheltered, and he's doing this for a rush. He's not doing it because he has to do it or whatever. And now he has to do it because Norma got them by the balls or whatever, and Norma not gonna let them go or whatever. But at the same time, Brayden, you know, he don't have the heart for the hard stuff. You know what I'm saying? He don't have the heart for the hard stuff. And I feel like if Tariq is not around anymore, that is going to get him caught up. And that's probably going to get him put down. You know what I'm saying? So he got to watch out for that. But Kane told him, you better do whatever you got to do to convince that boy to get you back up in the building. And so when, what's his name? Tariq had went down to the Westons and Holden trying to come in. Girl, why Brayden had his access locked, okay? And Brayden come down there and talk to him, and he was like, you know, you really think you fucked up? You think you're gonna come up in here after, you know, what you did? It was really fucked up how you did me. And I'm sitting here like, Brayden, truth be told, his reaction is a reaction to what y'all did. You cannot expect him to be, like, understanding when y'all been lying to him this whole time. Like, of course, he's gonna feel away, all right? And I mean, it was dumb for Tariq to try to lock them out because that means all of them gonna be in trouble. But it was a rash decision, and of course we know that it's not gonna last. But at this point in time, it's the initial effect of it. You know, you just found out that your friend lied to you. You just found out that your girl that you just said that you love tried to kill your other girl. You know what I'm saying? To get her spot. That's what it seemed like. You know, as soon as she did, she moved right on in. That's what it was. You know what I'm saying? And so give him a couple of minutes, all right? Of course, he's not going to forgive you right off the bat. Talk about something, because we family. Family fuck up. Fuck all that family shit. He said, yeah, just like family. Family lie. Okay, y'all lie just like my family. Fuck y'all. And he walked away. And so, speaking of family, you know, he was out there at Raina's funeral, not funeral, but headstone at her grave, trying to talk to her about how everything just so messed up out there, and he can't trust nobody. He feel like he really can't trust nobody. And Big Mama just so happened to pop up. I said, damn, Big Mama, Debbie Morgan, where you been at? She said, bitch. She was like, you got one. You pointing the finger at one, you got 3 more fingers pointing at you. You got to sit there. And in this scene, it was pivotal for me because somebody finally told him about himself for real, for real. You got yourself into this shit. You ain't had to do this, okay? You out here destroying lives, destroying your own life. I'm out here being lonely because my son-in-law is dead. I still don't know how that is, okay? And you're still lying to me about how he gone. My daughter is gone. My grandbaby is gone. My other grandbaby is dead. You keep on down the path that you're doing. You're going to be in the ground right next to her. And then I'm out here. I come out here once a week to put some flowers on her grave, you know, after the court-appointed rehab that I was put into. I said, now, hold on, grandmama. Now, everything that you was telling him about himself, about how he doing all this stuff, and she should just told him about himself, you know, you a fuck up. You the one that put yourself into this situation. Nobody told you to. You chose this, and you're fucking your shit up. And the reason why you are by yourself, the reason why you don't trust people is because of the actions and the stuff that you have been doing that led up to that, okay? You need to get the hell up out of this game, okay? Maybe it's time for you to get up out this situation so that you can actually live your life, all right? And he was like, you know what, Big Mama? You just might be right. I said, wait a minute. That's what people been saying, but all of a sudden it took Big Mama to say that. Now, let me tell you something, Big Mama. You really made it a point to put an emphasis on the fact that you was in court-appointed rehab. Baby, you needed that damn rehab. You had a little gas up in the kitchen burning down the house to make your ass some crispy bacon, okay? And you was up in there drunk. All right, like, ma'am, stop it. Stop it. You left gas at the crib to go to the corner store to go get you a whole bunch of liquor. Okay, come on now. Stop it, stop it. Don't get in your feelings about that, all right? Get in your feelings with yourself on that one, okay? See, you want him to take responsibility for his actions, you got to take responsibility for yours as well. And truth be told, let me take that back a little bit. I'm not. But either way, your drinking probably was a catalyst for what he did because the family got fucked up after he killed the daddy. So maybe, all right? But we still got to take responsibility. You know what I'm saying? But moving on from that, let's get to the Tejada place with the funeral. So everybody at the wake, right? At the repast, I should say. They at the Tejada's house. You got Drew and them down there. Kane talking to old boy, what was his name? Big Mike from the woods, okay? He come over there and he was like, you know, my bad about what happened to your daddy. You know, he was a true soldier, one of the last OGs or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You need something or whatever. But let me tell you something. The streets are saying that y'all a little soft because y'all letting his death go unanswered. And then all of a sudden, you talking about that. Kane said basically we focusing on family right now, okay? And he was like, yeah, focusing on family. Look at Monet over there. She look like she can need some little, you know, some little comfort or whatever. I said, excuse me. Drew got real pissed. What the fuck you gonna come up here and disrespect my mama and mama fucking house? I said, damn, Drew. Now, Drew been bossing up a little bit. Drew, you know, you gotta push him a little bit. He'll snap, okay? That's the ones that you gotta really look out for. You know, he ain't gonna outright kill your ass, but when he need to, he'll come out and do it. Like, he ain't gonna resort to violence right off the bat like Kane does, but Drew will when he need to, okay? And he like that silent pop, okay? You know, he just, ooh, he's on edge. I said, calm down, Drew. They had to come over there and say, fuck Kai, he a goddamn clown, okay? What I need you to do is keep this shit under wrap because, Kai ain't running things for right now, but I'm the one that's going to be in charge. I don't want you doing nothing with them Russians just yet, okay, because we don't know nothing about that. But as soon as we smooth this stuff out, I'm going to have things run a little bit different because basically put it out there that she want Drew to be the one that's in charge. And he was like, you want me to be in charge? Yeah, but don't say nothing yet. I said, oh my goodness, you finna have these kids going against each other. Monet is a terrible parent, okay? She is a terrible mother. Meanwhile, you got that going on. Monet specifically told him, don't do nothing with them damn Russians, okay? Meanwhile, you got Diana up there in the bedroom with Celine, right? Celine, salam, assalamu alaikum. I'ma just say this. Diana, this is where you should have had a box cutter. Because you should have sliced him. And this is the thing that I don't get. It's like, I don't like people who are so self-righteous, who think that they can look their nose and judge other people for their circumstances, regardless of whether they put themselves there or they were forced to be in that situation or they continue to keep themselves there. You know what I'm saying? And there is a time and a place for things. And this is one of the main reasons why I just didn't like Celine. Celine, first of all, you look suspect. You came in, and then as soon as you start talking about you, first of all, you look way too old to be with, it just didn't sit right. You just look way too old to be with Diana. That's one thing, okay? And then when you get with her, you're talking to her and you Google her family. And then you're talking about her family to her as if you need to get out because these people are bad. First of all, you don't know me. You Google my family, but you don't know me, okay? We have yet to say 15 words to each other, and you're telling me about my family and how I need to get out and how I can't trust these people and I need to live my life. That's fine or whatever, but don't Google me and don't tell me about my family. That's one, okay? That was a main turn off right there, all right? And then you go ahead and you take it a step further. This girl is in the process of grieving her father. They have not even put him in the ground yet. And you gonna sit there as she is trying to come to terms with what is going on. You're asking her, all them people down there family? No. Okay. And it was just the way that he said it. You had to look in his face. He has a look of utter disgust when it comes to the people that was down there, knowing that they're from the drug game or they're from the underworld game. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, if you know that her family is associated with that and she's associated with that because of her family, why are you with her if you're going to be there to judge her? Because he's been judging her this whole entire time, and it is irritating as hell, okay? I do not like that self-righteous shit that he is doing. It's giving very much Hotepi vibes, okay? It's giving very much I'm better than you vibe, and if I'm going to have somebody that's with me, they got to be on my level. They can't be doing this stuff or whatever. Then why the hell are you with her? Okay, because at this point, it just don't look right. It don't look right, and you're an asshole at this point. You don't have any social cues, okay? You can feel the way that you can feel, but it's like, bring it up at a different time. Bring it up at a different time. You don't have to come up when she is literally in the process at her damn daddy's repast, okay? You don't have to bring it up then. Gonna say something. She was like, his death just came out of nowhere. And he said, did it? And she was like, what the fuck you talking about? I mean, this is what I'm talking about. His life, the consequences and the actions that he did in his life, it brought it on. So you can't really say that it was out of nowhere. I said, now, first of all, what you saying is true. But you're saying it at the wrong time and nobody fucking asked. And don't you think that she know that? And then it was just like the way that he went back down and tried to understand that mama is going through something and don't nobody want to hear that at that moment. I said, that is so fucking disrespectful. That is so goddamn disrespectful. That was so messed up. I said, girl, cut him. Cut him. I know you got a little blade over there. I know you got a little razor over there, Diana. Cut his head. You gotta cut his ass. Girl, Diana, you was a little bit too kind for me. I mean, I know you cussed him out and said, get the fuck out because you've been judging my family for the umpteenth time. I said, I know you've been keeping track, right? She was waiting. She said, I just need to get some dick from you and then I'm gonna put you to the side anyway because you playing too many goddamn games. And then he got this way of looking stupid like he don't understand why she coming at him like that. How the fuck you gonna, ooh, he just made me so mad, y'all. He made me so mad. And then, Diana, let me tell you how stupid you are. Why Tariq come over there to the dorm? You know, he trying to get her over there to, you know, get on their side and sell some drugs or whatever. She said, girl, now I ain't finna do all that no more. I already talked to Poppy. Poppy said I can live my life and be independent and everything. And he was like, yo, that's what's up. She was like, but yeah, I gotta, you know, because I was doing this stuff already at the candy shop. He was like, yo, that was you. And she was like, yeah, that was me. That was me. And he said, listen, she was like, I need to find somewhere to put this stuff. He said, I could put it up there in the safe on the roof. I'll give you a code or whatever. She was like, for real? And he said, yeah, girl, go ahead, do what you gotta do. Now, this dumb bitch gonna go take it up there to the thing, and she looking around, right? She looking around. It's a camera up there. I said, I know they recording. Because remember, Lauren had told Jenny about the having them going up on the roof. Jenny said she was finna go down into Stansfield and to check it out. So this dumb bitch then went down there and she done got them on record. I said, oh my goodness, y'all just so dumb at this point. Oh, Jenny, you gotta die too, okay? But at this point, you know, Tariq come over there trying to make it seem like he was really concerned about what was going on with her and her well-being and how she was doing and how come he couldn't come to the repast, only to fuck her. I mean, granted, you know, Diane kissed him first, and then and then they just continued to kiss. Like, bitch, you kissed me, I'm gonna come here and continue, okay? And he was like, she said, what about Effie? He said, we broke up. Baby, she said, all right, that's a go right there. I said, damn. Mind you, when Tariq came over there, she had light-skinned Keisha, her roommate, and Justin Combe up in there. Justin Combe is the one that used to date, the little light-skinned curly, yeah, him. Diddy's son up in there. I said, look at him, little stocky ass. All right, he just gonna be short for the rest of his life. Okay, he look just like his mama. But yeah, had him up in there, and Celine coming down there, right, because they had left. They was like, let's get him some privacy. And they walking out the dorm room, and Celine coming there with some freaking flowers. And they was like, listen, she up in there with somebody else. Oh, she gonna want to see me. No, she don't. I said, now, Celine, you really thought that she was gonna take you back after that? Girl, and then Effie come to the door trying to get, you know, Diane on her team to sell some stuff with her. And, you know, because she trying to branch out because of the whole situation with Tariq. And she was like, don't tell Tariq, don't tell Tariq. And Effie was like, because at first Diane was like, you sure? She acted like she really wanted to be involved in it a little bit. And then when she said, don't tell Tariq, though, this bitch gonna open up the door a little bit wider like this. And Tariq was like, sup, Effie? I said, oh my goodness. She was like, fuck all y'all. I said, fuck y'all. Just all you needed to say was fuck y'all. You know what I'm saying? I said, girl, you brought it on yourself. Meanwhile, you got Drew talking to Gordo. So, you know what? The Russians did this to my daddy, and I need to come and take care of them. You gonna come roll with me? He was like, I would have did that too. But I said, listen, everybody just lying to everybody and just digging holes deeper and deeper and deeper. Now, Monet said, don't touch it. Kay said, don't touch it. Gordo somewhat was like, don't touch it. But he said, yeah, I'm going to ride with you at the same time because that's my baby daddy. And they go down there. He flirting with the hostess because he acting like he a delivery guy or whatever. And then he come up in there and gonna tell the Russian dude who was in there getting drunk because he said, drop the stuff off and get the fuck out. Baby, at this point, I cannot stand when they always have them having a dialogue. Drew real life thought that he was doing something when he said, you the one that killed my father, you know, and after I kill you, only one of us coming out of here alive, and it's gonna be me. I said, nigga, just kill him. You really thought you was was doing something with that little monologue. The Russian dude, he said that like, who the fuck is this nigga? With the heart, or I don't know you, okay? Mind you, all of a sudden, before he can even do anything, you hear gunshots. Gordo and his people had came through and shot up everybody in the front. And so then Drew just stabbed up old boy. I said, at least you do that shit up close and personal. Now they gonna know that it was personal, Drew. You done fucked up, okay? Because how many crime shows have you watched, Drew? You know that they say when it's up close and personal with a knife and all that stuff like that, they say it's personal like that, okay? Oh my God, you could have at least shot him, but you stabbed him. I mean, you got the balls, okay? You got the balls, but damn, now they gonna know something is like it's gonna be close to home, and now you gonna have Jenny and all of them gonna be putting it together. I'm just gonna be like, God damn, fuck. So down there again at Western Holdings, we see Kiki, okay? And Braden is talking to Kiki and want Kiki to make up some false documents or whatever, to make it look like all this money that he is about to put in with the life insurance and all that stuff. Make it look clean, make it look legit and all that or whatever. Because he's gonna put, Lorenzo's life insurance and all that stuff, whatever. And I believe he probably gonna put some drug money as well. But either way, he got the nerve to get pissed off at Kiki when Kiki said, okay, if I'm gonna do this, I wanna cut. And he said, who the fuck are you? I said, what the hell you thought this was? You want me to take a risk and do some illegal stuff for free? Just because you providing dick? No, baby, it don't work that way. Give me a cut. Dick ain't gonna keep me out of jail. All right, come on now. Moving on from that. So of course he gonna do it. He gonna do it. We got Tariq. He is texting his grandmama. Basically, they're about to run off together, okay? And get up out the game or whatever. And he on his way to and just in case for somebody asks, Estelle is his grandmother. We finally get her name. Because we just know her as Big Mama. He going to the subway, baby. He is being followed by the Africans, by Norma's people. And they call his ass. He realized that they was following him, and they caught him on the train tracks, on the platform. And they put him in a warehouse. And basically, I'm so glad he had a decoy bag that actually had the product up in it, because if he really just had some stuff up in it to make it look like he was actually going to leave the country or going out of the state or whatever, yeah, he would have been gone for. But it made, oh boy, the pompous African guy look so fucking stupid, because he was like, I'm not leaving the state. I'm not leaving the country. Why would I? And put my the only person that I really love at risk or whatever. Not realizing that he was about to leave with her. Anyway, and I was on my way to do a drop, and you making me late for right about now. And he was like, well, next time you gonna do whatever you gonna do. Don't change the route up. See, that's what got him confused and got him concerned, because he changed his route. So now we know that they are really looking at them, okay? And so he was like, I'm going to tell Norma. You're not going to tell her shit. And what you're going to do is you're going to continue to do this product. If you want to change your route up, you better let us know. And next time we have these meetings or whatever, all y'all better be together. I said, there it is. Now, see, I know Tariq, you up in your feelings again. But you gotta, what's that? I don't know what that is. You gotta, it was a message that just came in. I'm sorry, y'all. You gotta put the business first and put that personal to the side, okay? And truth be told, I'm gonna have to agree with Kane and Effie and them when they get to the part where Kane had came over there to Effie, and Effie was up in her feelings trying to, look like she talking about, I'm trying to burn Tariq shit down. You want to play me, you want to do all this stuff, but you ain't finna act and push me out the business that I helped start. Understandable, but Kane had to stop her and be like, no, girl, we can't do that because it's going to affect all of us, all right? Now, I'll front you some stuff on the side to let you do what you need to do, but at the end of the day, she said, why are you doing this for me? He said, because you did what you had to do. You did what you were supposed to do, what his bitch ass wasn't going to do. And truth be told, what Kane is saying is correct. Lauren was a threat, okay? Lauren had a wire, and they would have anybody else in this game or whatever. They would have taken Lauren out regardless of the relationship, okay? So, it is what it is. And He just got to deal with it. He had to tell Big Mommy, listen, I ain't going to be able to meet you. I'll call you and let you know what was up. Because Big Mom was like, you over an hour late. I said, girl, over an hour late, I would have got the point that he ain't coming. Go down and do what you got to do. But he set it up so that she can be with Tasha and Yaz, okay? I said, I don't know how he set that up, but, you know, he did it. Probably through Davis or somebody. But moving on from that, it's the funeral. We get the funeral. Everybody coming in. Of course, you got Diane giving a eulogy, and then you got Jenny and Blanca in the back of the damn church. I said, oh my God. You got there with the evidence that Diane is on the building with the cameras, and I said, girl, what y'all finna do? Bitch, Blanca said, not yet, because we got to build up the case. We got to get some more evidence to see what else is on the cameras. And Jenny said, I agree. I said, then why you bring the papers and show us? Why you bring the photos? And why are you there? You trying to intimidate, baby? They don't care about y'all. They'll kill you first. Look at what happened to Whitman, all right? Meanwhile, they outside the funeral. Next thing you know, Kane and Drew get into it because, you know, Kane went up there to Lorenzo and was like, I know I let you down, Pops, but I'll never do that again. Took his chain, put it on him, right? And so Drew was like, you think you something since you got the, you wearing daddy chain, ain't nothing, blah, blah, blah. You know, it was just a lot because the Russians came through and they was shooting up the place, okay? And I was just like, on church ground, nothing is sacred, right? You know, y'all want us to respect, but y'all don't respect the church. Y'all don't respect it or whatever. So, hey, it is what it is. You know, take it how you will. Baby, they just going at each other. I'm like, y'all almost died, and y'all up here arguing about who gonna be number one. Truth be told, neither one of y'all asses is number one. Monet running that shit. She just trying to make you think that y'all number one, but you're not. You're not. Meanwhile, you know, after Kane go ahead and do that, talking to Effie, Tariq had to go down there and talk to Brady and be like, listen, regardless of the shit that's going on and regardless of how I may feel about y'all right about this moment, we do got to work together because we got to find out a way to get from underneath Norma. You know, Effie had a little idea about the situation, you know, getting her daughter. Somebody tried to say, what if Effie is Norma's daughter? She is not, okay? She is not. Norma would have knew who her daughter is, and I'm pretty sure her daughter is not that old, okay? Her daughter has to be younger than Effie and younger than them. But moving on from that, so they gonna have to work together. I don't know how they gonna get the daughter, but you know, they come up with some far-fetched shit on this goddamn universe. So hey, it is what it is. Meanwhile, after the funeral, we see Monet coming up into her house, right? She get a phone call from Davis or whatever saying that, you know, the Russians got picked up by the cops or the FBI, all that stuff. You ain't got nothing to worry about, but you need to lay low. And she was like, okay, cool. So she walking and she sees Lorenzo's desk and his ghost is sitting there talking to her like, you know what? I forgive you for what you did. You know what I'm saying? Even throughout what you did, I still love you. And I'm sitting here like, but you know how Monet is, so what you need to forgive her and make her feel bad when you killed her son? Like, if you would have just told her what was up. Truth be told, I don't know if Monet would have let him, you know, slide off of accidentally killing her son. I feel like it's like a 2% possibility that she would have let it go, right? But that possibility left when he lied about it and he kept on putting up this charade about it, and that's what pissed her off and had her get him killed. You know what I'm saying? And the ghost is basically like, you know what? I understand what you did. I still love you, whatever. I would never did that shit to you, but just let you know this. When them kids find out what happened, oh baby, they ain't gonna ever forgive your ass. And I said, well, we already know that. We already know that. But hey, it's life. And that was just what it was. I said, ooh. And Monet was kind of shook up. I said, oh, that conscience was eating your ass up a little bit, Monet. Because you seeing things now. You having second thoughts. You having second thoughts because, listen, at the end of the day, it's a lose-lose situation. It's a lose-lose situation. You know, you killed my son, I killed you, I'm grieving, they grieving. Either way, somebody gonna be grieving and the cycle is just gonna keep on going and keep on going. It's crazy, but that was Ghost, episode 6. I enjoyed it. Y'all tell me how y'all feel about it. I gotta go get my package. That's why I was trying to hurry up. I was listening earlier. It's kind of, if I sounded low, people was walking past, so I think they trying to rent out the apartment. Remember I told y'all somebody got evicted like last month, or was it earlier this month? Yeah, I think they're trying to rent out the apartment or whatever. So they was showing people, and I heard them. That's why I kind of got low a little bit, just in case I was a little bit loud, just in case somebody was wondering. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. I'll see y'all later. Peace.